Hello guys, it's me Derek again with another video. This time we're going to look at Cobalt. Now Cobalt is a 2D fighter game by Onyx Studios and it's currently being published by Mojang, which are the famous developers of and publishers of Minecraft. So let's have a look at this game. Now I'm not going to show you the tutorial or the editor, first of all because the editor is not available and the tutorial is pretty basic and you can look at it when you buy the game. Currently the game's in a pretty early state, it's in alpha, but one reason why I am showing this review is because it's important to buy it early if you want to, because right now, just like Minecraft, it's available for I think $10, but as it gets later in development, like in when it releases, it'll be like $20, so it's good to catch it now if you really want it. And currently there's 3 modes of gameplay, and the 4th will be added soon, possibly at release actually. And the 4th is campaign, and these 3 are basically your average game modes, like capture the plug. You can think of capture as capture the flag, deathmatch, deathmatch, and survival, which I'm going to show you first, is basically surviving an endless waves of monsters. So let's start. Now, if you saw there, it said that it's co-op, and you can choose, like it asks you how many players we're playing. Well, currently there's no online multiplayer. The only way to do multiplayer in this game is to have it shared screen, which is pretty interesting because not many PC games you see nowadays even have shared screen capability. And I think it's kind of weird that a developer would go for that first, because not many people play video games on the same PC at the same time. Not many people have that thing, and that's not really how you play PC games. So that's one weird thing about this game, but it doesn't undershadow the fact that it's a great game. And I'm going to here to explain why. So in survival mode, you buy weapons for your little robot dude, and then you just go out and fight. And as you kill more things, you get more of this currency, which is like electricity, and you can buy more weapons and etc. So we're going to get our first weapon here, which is going to be the Slugger Cobra. It's one of my favorite weapons. And if you notice here, there's a lot of weapons, different armor, different grenades, stuff like that. That's like half of the weapons there are. There's a lot more in this game, especially for an indie game. It has so much content. So next we're going to upgrade our Slugger with an extended magazine level 2. And I'm going to grab some more ammo. Now the movement in Cobalt, you move in basically 2 different ways. First of all, it's normal, jumping around, moving this way, and then there's rolling. Now rolling is extremely dynamic in the fact that the way you move, when you roll, you deflect things such as bullets, and also it's a very defensive stance, and it helps for getting away. But it can also be an attack stance by deflecting, say, bombs at people. You can use it to launch yourself higher if you can time your roll and a punch. For example, if I switch to punch, I time. Like, it's really hard, but it takes a lot of skill. But you can punch when your character's facing down, and it will actually push your character forward. You can also use this momentum to extend grenade throws and so on and so forth. So let's head out into the wild. So now once I pass that door, monsters are going to start spawning from different points. Those bird ones are pretty easy. And to attack, you don't actually have to aim this gun. It auto aims for you, but it's not always accurate, and you can still dodge these auto aims. And you saw there's bullet time, which is one of the better things, and I just died. Wow, see, this shows how good I am at the game. But anyways, bullet time really adds a lot to this game because it allows you to dodge things, and it just makes it really awesome. I'm going to go with the same setup. We'll try this one more time, and then we'll show you some other game modes. Now, as I said, you can climb walls using basic movement, and there's also, you can roll, I guess, down walls. Let's not get stuck in a corner like we did before. Now, the amount of mobs in this game is actually quite impressive. There's a lot of different ones, and they're really varied. Like, they have different attacks, different movements, and you have to use different strategies. For example, this one, you don't want to get behind it because it shoots from that direction. See how it moves, tries to put itself behind you? Well, a smart idea when fighting it is to go in front of it and attack from the front. Otherwise, you're going to probably get owned. Now, there's other monsters that you want to attack from the front, like those robots that I showed earlier. Because they shoot their missile from the front, so if you get behind these ones, you can actually have a much more chance. But they change directions really fast. Now, those little ones that walk behind are actually quite hard because they blend in with the environment. Let's see if we can get this bird done with. There we go. So, yep, oh, there's more robots. And now see if I go behind these robots, I can spin, get an angle behind them. Maybe not. And I died. Let's look at survival mode. Now, I think survival mode is kind of what campaign's going to be. Let me just exit out of this. And it's going to have similar monsters, similar strategies, except for it's going to be like continuous levels with the storyline. So now let's go to the next mode, Deathmatch. Now, currently, as you saw in survival mode, there's only one map. But for Deathmatch, there's 5. And you can make more in the editor once the editors are released. So we're going to play Cannon Arena first. So now, for this game mode, you have to use bots unless you have other people with you can play. And the bots are pretty good in Deathmatch. Their AI is not too bad. It really becomes a problem when you're playing, for me, when you're playing... Oh, that was a bad grenade throw. The bot's AI is not that good when you're playing Capture the Plug, because a lot of times they'll make choices on whether to get kills and actually capture the thing. Like they have a hard time actually capturing the plug, whereas here their only goal is to kill things, so it's probably much easier for the AI anyways. But that doesn't mean Capture the Plug isn't playable. It's very much playable. And in fact, it's one of my favorite modes besides survival. And looks like we've won. These deathmatch games are pretty fast if you only have 10 frags. But we'll play another game just to showcase some more weapons and some more gameplay. Let's see if I can dodge that grenade. Yep. It's bullet time, as like I said again. Crucial. Oh, here's one of my favorite weapons. Particle Accelerator. Oh, the Plasma Accelerator. Let's see if we can get up here. I'm going to show you the flashbang. Now, these flashbangs are quite unique. You don't see them in a lot of games, especially 2D games. But if there had been people there, it would have been a bigger flash, but let's see if we can get a kill. There's bullet time. Oh, can we miss it? Yeah, we can. There we go, nice kill. We're leading by 1 more point, we just need 1 more kill. And we won. Double kill. So now, let's go on to the final game mode, Capture the Plug.